Nice. So we are trying to hurry up and get this garage party underway because Jared, George, and I have a show to do right after the garage party. So make your way in, and it's hot in here, but we will find some way to get some AC flowing. Make your way in, and we're going to start having a lot of fun.
Every so often, the oath is taken amidst gathering clouds and raging storms. So it has been, so it must be with this generation of Americans. The time has come to set aside childish things. The time has come to reaffirm our enduring spirit. We will harness the sun and the winds and the soil to fuel our cars and run our factories, and we will transform our schools and colleges and universities to meet the demands of a new age. Now, there are some who question the scale of our ambitions. What the cynics fail to understand is that the ground has shifted beneath them. To all the other peoples and governments who are watching today, from the grandest capitals to the small village where my father was born, know that America is a friend of each nation and every man, woman, and child who seeks a future of peace and dignity, and we are ready to lead once more. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America.
If you've been paying attention recently, and you probably have, you've likely sensed that something profound is happening to this country right now, something that could transform what America is. You can feel it happening. Our leaders deny it. Officials on both sides reassure us they're not planning wholesale changes to the country. They're just trying to fix specific problems.
They're gonna try to tell you all started yesterday. One man died, people cried for justice. But now you see they're burning down your homes in the night. But you don't wanna face what's in plain sight. The wars are coming to your neighborhood, so say stop. This is America.
Replace it with something new. But replace it with what? That's the question the rest of us should be asking right now. We should know what's coming. We know what we have now. Our current system has been in place for hundreds of years. It's based on a very simple idea. All people are created by God with equal moral values.
It ain't nothing new, just history and rhymes again. You built your tower high, they smash it down and high. I spit on your grave, but now it's like they've opened the asylum. They didn't make them free. Oh, damn, they've overthrown the government. But you say stop, what about democracy?
important to you, the people of America, to know why the educational director and the vice president of CBS so closely follows the Communist Party line? To answer that question, we must turn back the pages of history. A little over 100 years ago, a little group of men in Europe conspired to deliver the world to a new system, to communism. Under their system, the individual was nothing, the family was nothing, God did not even exist. Their theory was that an all-powerful state should have the power of life or death over its citizens without even a trial. That everything and everybody belonged to the rulers of the states. They openly wrote, nothing secret about it, that in their efforts to gain power, they would be justified in doing anything. They would be justified in following the trail of deceit, lies, terror, murder, treason, blackmail. All these things were elevated to virtues in the communist rule book. If a convert to communism could be persuaded that he was a citizen of the world, it of course would be much easier to make him a traitor to his own country.
Magnificent Piece by James Fox Higgins. That's me. Yesterday, at a Confederate monument with a dear friend of mine there, to get a picture with it before the anti-white destroyers white erase it from our civilization. They wouldn't have been able to do so yesterday. They may have gotten lead poisoning. A lot of paint chips around there.
Loving your people is like coming home. No one knows you like family. Until you do, you'll be alone. Loving your people is just letting go of all the lies and the self-hate that you've ever been sold. Our pain, no streets like coming home. No one knows you like family. Until you do, you'll be alone. Loving your people is just letting go of all the lies and the self-hate that you've ever been sold. Love ain't no streets, populous. Love ain't no streets, populous. Love ain't no streets, populous. Love ain't no streets, populous.
Last night on No White Guilt's Going Free podcast, I was invited on as a caller, and I talked about how I want to be the outreach coordinator or something silly like that. But I wanted to make a video to show exactly what I'm talking about. I've spent so many years of my life getting to know people, talking to people about problems, and doing my best to be constructive about how we can make change or come together, or at least inspire growth and change in others directly. And I want to show you how you can spread the going free idea and spread white positivity to those people who need it. And so here, on a simple Twitter thread today, I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about and how we can all do this together. I made a tweet about this sad story from New York Post, which is so horrific I don't even want to go into it. And then someone who I don't know commented on it. We had a short discourse, which I'm showing on the screen now that you can read. I wasn't preachy. I didn't come out of the gate talking about ideology or new ways of thinking. I simply identified with the person's pain, agreed with their viewpoints, and spoke a little truth to him. And he said something to me that really touched me. He said, "How did it come to this? How did it come to this?" Well, that really is a complex answer, so that's what I told him. And then he opened up to me more, and so I decided that since we had built a little rapport and we seemed to have some common ground, it was time to invite him to the white positive sphere, and I did so by saying this to him. I said, "We can go free of the mind poison. The best way we can fight against the myriad issues which plague us is to start inoculating people against the disease. Just like Yuri Bezmenov said, we have to start fresh with a new generation." I said, "Going Free is a brilliant collection of words and ideas from No White Guilt. You should definitely follow him if you don't, and the book Go Free is the perfect tool for helping our people escape." And then I linked it. I linked it directly to Jason's website. And he said, "Thank you. I needed some hope." And I thought that was beautiful too. So then I replied by sharing both my channel and Jason's channel.
Thank you so much, dear sister. Yiz is an absolute rising star in the white positive sphere in service to white well-being. We thank you, sister, and you can find the rest of this video as well as many others that she has made over on her YouTube channel. The link will be in the description. And ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly how you do it. You share the work that you're doing in service to white well-being as you share the work that we are doing here, and we all rise for the good of white well-being. While reading an article last night about fathers and sons, memories came flooding back to me about the time I took my son for his first drink. Off we went to our local bar, only 2 blocks from the house. I got him a Guinness. He didn't like it, so I drank it. Then I got him a Kilkenny's. He didn't like that either, so I had to drink it. Finally, I thought to myself, maybe he'll like some Harp Lager. He didn't. I drank it. I thought maybe he'll like whiskey better than beer, so we tried some of that Jameson's. Nope. In desperation, I had him try that rare Redbreast whiskey. He wouldn't even smell it. What could I do but drink it? By the time I realized he just didn't like to drink, I was so shit-faced I could hardly push the stroller back home.
I'm just coming at you guys real quick with an update. I just got back from my house. I was doing some work. I mean, you can kind of tell I'm not the best for wear right now. I'm normally pretty dressed up for this type of stuff.
Folks, check out this young man. He's another rising star in the white positive sphere in service to white well-being, doing a lot of great work. And you can find his link in the description below. I think it is the Manucist Party. Be sure to check him out when you are done here today. Scraping our knees and standing right back up and heading back for the mountaintop, and we allow for that here in Going Free. Another thing that makes Going Free such a prime target. Going Free is about recapturing our destiny. No one can deny you that. They can attack you on a million different levels for wanting to create this sort of state or that sort of state, or this sort of economy or that sort of government. But they can't attack you on wanting to recapture your destiny. And that destiny means many things. They don't get to decide what it means. We do. It's the power of going free. And I'm going to talk about that quickly here. First of all, as I was saying earlier, going free is a psychological defense for the psychological warfare that is used against us. So, what else makes what we're doing here such a target of the anti-whites and the basic bitch subversives, jealous guys and women? Well, it's the power of going free. And I'm going to talk about that quickly here. First of all, as I was saying earlier, going free is a psychological defense. Going free is about recapturing our destiny. No one can deny you that. They can attack you on a million different levels. We all are stumbling, scraping our knees and standing right back up and heading back for the mountain. They can't attack you on wanting to recapture your destiny. And that destiny means many things. They don't get to decide what it means. We do. Are you beginning, if you haven't before, to really wrap your head around how much more powerful this is? Are you going to go out and start using it if you haven't yet? Recapturing our destiny can mean for you getting off of alcoholism. It can mean getting off of the psychotropic drugs. It can be bigger. It can mean retaking our county government. It can mean anything we want it to mean. So the anti-whites can't take it from us. They can't define it for us. They can't tell our brothers and sisters that it means something dreadful. We focus in going free on the individual. We begin with the sicknesses in ourselves. We begin with the disease of anti-whiteism in ourselves, and we make you a better you. We get you out of the rut. We get you out of your hardship. We get you out of your weaknesses. We get you out and away from that bête noire that continues to trip you up every time you begin to take another step. You think, finally, I'm getting my life under control, and something trips you again. We focus on you first. You matter. Use their concepts to be legitimate. I have heard that for 2 years, especially from these academics.
G'day everyone, this is Raymond from the Australian Vanguard. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I got my main posters just in the back where you'd sit your laptop in the laptop bag. And then I've got one of these bad boys, which is just a tape gun. And then yeah, I'll chuck my phone just in one of these little pockets in here. And that's so I can I'll show you the process. But essentially I'll whack a poster up, real easy, real quick, just walking past, stop and grab a photo. So I'll grab my phone out and I'll stop there and I'll take a picture and then I'll chuck my phone back and then I'll keep walking. It's easy as, just grab your poster, you line her up, grab the tape, pull it, wrap it around the pole, and then you finish off, snap her on. And you don't have to put the extra, bit on the bottom and on the sides. That just makes it more sturdy. If you want, you can just do one quick, you just grab that tape, you pull it out, put on the back of the pole, grab the rest of your tape gun, and then just connect it so the tape's taped onto itself. You want the tape to come back onto itself, like that. And then that will hold nicely.
Anti-racist is just a code word for anti-white. It's starting to make sense. They say that they're anti-racist, but what they really are is anti-white. Think about it. White neighborhoods and only white neighborhoods are said to need more than
I cannot stand if one more person says to me, but we need to use their concepts to be legitimate. I have heard that for 2 decades, especially from these academic people. I have heard that for 2 decades. But my God, we need our own concepts to have our own story.
No, you can't have your own because the anti-whites haven't said it's legitimate. And I said, Floyd, you know what? I know you went to Harvard. But I'm thinking pragmatically here. If we're playing by their rules,
The Bravo Sierra. The Bravo Sierra. The Bravo Sierra. Going to live. Oh my God, we need our own concepts to have our own story if we are going to live. Oh my God, we need our own concepts to have our own story if we are going to live. Going to live. Going to live.
I've been thinking a lot about this. That anti-racist is just a code word for anti-white. It's starting to make sense. They say that they're anti-racist, but what they really are is anti-white. Think about it.
says to me, but we need to use their concepts to be legitimate. I have heard that for 2 decades, especially from these academic. I have heard that for 2 decades. Oh my God, we need our own concepts to have our own story if we are going to live. God, we need our own concepts to have our own story if we are going to live. Going to live. Going to live.
Asian pride, seeing it as good, healthy, and good. But if I feel proud of my race, the white race, I'm sympathy. But if I want to die in my race, the white race, I'm called the artist. If I want to
But we need to use their concept. I cannot stand it. One more person says to me, but we need to use their concept. I have heard that for 2 decades, especially from the I have heard that for 2 decades.
that's acceptable. If an Asian woman wants to date beside her race, that's acceptable. But if I want to date within my race, the white race, I'm called the R word. But if I want to date within my race, the white race, I'm called the R word. But if I want to date within my race, the white race, I'm called the R word. The white race, I'm called the R word.
All day long. But maybe somehow you're missing something. If they get to write the rule book, you don't get to win, idiot.